Can you tell me about yourself?
Myself?
Yes, of course.
Let me introduce myself. My name's John Smith. I'm a computer programmer, and I have over 10 years' experience in the IT industry. I got married, and I have 4 families: me, my wife, and 2 children. Nice to meet you.
Hello again. Today, I want to talk about introductions. In my work, I often do level tests, either for classes or for companies as part of the recruitment process. And when I ask people to introduce themselves, there are 4 common mistakes that I hear. So now, I want to tell you about those mistakes and help you to avoid them. Let's see that introduction again.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Myself? Let me introduce myself. My name's John Smith. I'm a computer programmer, and I have over 10 years' experience in the IT industry. I got married, and I have 4 families: me, my wife, and 2 children. Nice to meet you.
Okay, now let's look at these mistakes one by one. So, for the first one, while it's good to check your understanding of a question, you shouldn't be surprised if someone asks you to introduce yourself, especially in an interview. So if you say, myself, it sounds like you're not prepared for that question. It also sounds like you expected to introduce someone else rather than yourself, which is quite strange. Just don't say this. The second mistake is more common. It's not wrong to say this at the start of a presentation, or possibly in conversation with a new person, especially in business. However, if someone asks you to introduce yourself, it doesn't make sense to say, "Let me introduce myself." You can skip this and go straight to, "My name is John Smith," or "I'm John Smith." The third and fourth mistakes are both related to talking about your family. You might not actually include this in the job interview, but I wanted to include it here because these mistakes are quite common, and sometimes you do need to tell people about your family. So firstly, it sounds a bit funny to say, "I got married." It's better to say, "I'm married." Why? Well, the action of getting married takes just about an hour. After you get married, you are married. That's your status for a long time, hopefully. And that's the other thing. It's possible that someone got married but isn't married anymore. So for an introduction, it's much clearer and much more natural to say, "I'm married." In case you're wondering, we do sometimes say, "I got married," either to announce the good news soon after getting married.
Hey, guess what? I got married.
Oh really? That's great news. Or to say when you got married.
I got married 2 years ago.
I got married 3 years ago. Finally, "I have 4 families" is the strangest mistake here. You almost certainly don't have 4 families. You probably have 1 family with 4 members. If you say you have 4 families, it sounds like you've been married 4 times, and you have children with 4 different partners. What you want to say is there are 4 people in my family. So, in summary, if someone asks you to introduce yourself, don't say, "Myself," and don't say, "Let me introduce myself." Just get straight to the point. "My name is John Smith," or "I'm John Smith." If you talk about your family, it's better to say, "I'm married," rather than "I got married." And finally, remember, however big your family is, you probably just have 1 family with a number of members. Okay, that's all for today. There's no quiz this time, but if you want to practice introducing yourself, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll give you some feedback. Bye!